Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Thank you for always watching, giving me thumbs up, leaving some genuine comments, hyping up the videos, supporting my channel. And I really just like to say thank you all so much. I have some news today. I have a bit of good news and of course some really bad news. I want to save the best news for last, so I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to get into the bad news now. And of course, the bad news is that Jamaica is preparing for another hurricane. Yes, we have today, Thursday, and Friday to prepare, do our safety preps and everything as best as we can for a possible impact on Friday. And the reason why I use the word a possible impact it's because even though the weather is saying that we can and we will be getting a hurricane, God is always the last person to make the final decision. So we as Jamaicans, my family and I, my friends that lives in Jamaica, we're all gonna be praying and hoping that the hurricane will, take a different path, go get lost out there in the Caribbean Sea and doesn't make any strong landfall, because it was just last year, a little over a year ago, exactly June 28th, Hurricane Beryl made landfall on Jamaica, and it was very devastating. The memories are so bad that I don't even like to remember or talk about it, because I suffered, a lot of Jamaicans suffered. We had to get international help, and people that is within the island that is, was in a better situation or position to help less fortunate people who was impacted so bad, had to reach out and do some help, give some help. So we don't want to go back to the stage or the state that Hurricane Beryl left us in. As I say, I don't like to remember and I don't like to talk about it, but it's there all over on the news. So this hurricane now is named Melissa, and I will be inserting a little video in this video to show you, for those who does not follow the news like that, the weather news, you will hear for yourself what the weather persons are saying about the hurricane.
Closer to Jamaica. Jamaica, we need to make hurricane preparations. We need to continue those hurricane preparations, and we need to get them done over the next 2 days, today and tomorrow. Now, there is a slight chance this all stays to the east, but it is more and more likely that this will be very close to us in Jamaica. So it is just simply wise at this point to make those hurricane preparations, and those hurricane preparations in Jamaica need to be done by late tomorrow, because if this moves in and moves closer, it is going to be very strong as it's nearby. And that means we could have hurricane impacts as soon as this weekend, late Saturday into Sunday, and some of this could last into next week. So the window has closed as far as kind of waiting and seeing. There is still uncertainty, and I trust your judgment. There is still a slight chance. There's a good model that shows this just riding right through Hispaniola, but most of the indications are this will be very close to Jamaica in just a few days. So we really have no choice at this time but to get those preparations done for a hurricane and for life-threatening flooding, and have those done by late tomorrow. Now, Cuba.
And so the good news now is I have been taking you on my journey for my eye health. You saw the first video that I put out when I went to the ophthalmologist and gave my story about what happened, and that doctor sent me to get better advice from a surgeon and everything like that. And I have been transparent with my, I have been giving updates of what happened, talking to the doctors, what my diagnosis is. And so my subscribers and supporters have been reaching out to me outside of YouTube and on YouTube, donating to my surgery, extending some prayers and some best wishes. And I don't know how many times. I don't know how to say thank you anymore. And, I'm just thanking God that I am so blessed to have wonderful people like you in my life and on my channel. So, you have been waiting to hear a surgery date, but remember now that I had to do a blood test for them to see my A1C level, my hemoglobin A1C level, before the doctor could decide if I am ready for surgery on my left eye, even though I'm going to be doing surgery on both eyes. But the right eye, it's just going to be some laser for the glaucoma, and that will be like, I'm going to just go in to do it and come home. But the left eye now, which has a severe problem, which is the retinal detachment, I had to do a blood test for them to see where my hemoglobin A1C level is, and if it wasn't, it has to be within a certain range, which is 6.5 to 8.5, and I did the blood test. And guys, I have been waiting and waiting for the results to come over 2 weeks now, and I finally got my hand on it yesterday. And I said to them, I asked them if they could just, please, like, tell me, excuse me, the result of the findings of what the count is. And they told me that no, they can't do that, they don't read results. And I said to them, okay, please don't seal the envelope, because I am going to open it and try to read it for myself. But when I came home, I realized that the prints were so small and I struggled to read. So I said, all right, I can do two things. I am going to take a picture of it. I'm going to send it to, I have a nurse abroad, I have a nephew abroad who is a RN. I'm going to send it to him and see if he could, read it for me and tell me what is what. And then I said, I also have a sister who is a medical secretary. She works with doctors and nurses. I could send it to her too and ask her to have somebody there where she works to read it and tell me, because she has that kind of great relationship with her doctors that she works with. And so, and I chose to send it to my sister first. And of course, in no time, the doctors are busy, but a nurse practitioner, there's another name for them, I don't remember the other name right now. She read it, and my sister sent me a voice note from the nurse to say that, congratulations, your blood count level is, your hemoglobin blood level or A1C level is at 6.8, and congratulations, all the best on your surgery. And so that is the good news. For me, it's great news, guys, because let me tell you something. The doctor had explained that if it's higher, if my blood sugar is not controlled, I won't be able to do, it doesn't make any sense she do this surgery, because the eye won't heal. So I have been dieting recently, changed my diet, as like I told you before, that I'm on a weight loss journey as well, and I would like to reverse my diabetes one day, but I have to make a start. And so I was so pleased to see that I was at 6.8, because for those who knows about A1C level and the range that is normal, the range that is, you know, borderline or pre-diabetic, and the range that you fall in to say, well, yes, you have diabetes and you need treatment. I am doing very well. I am doing very well because I know of people who is way higher than I am. Yes, and they also watch what they eat. So I am extremely proud. And let me tell you something, guys. I am going to publicly say thank God for my little daughter, Haley, who is here with me every day, prepping my meals, cooking for me, and monitoring my diet, and to say, Mommy, you're no longer going to eat this, or you're no longer going to eat that. This is what you're having today. Or sometimes she say, what would you like to have? And she gives me at least 2 options, you know. But she cooks only healthy food for me. Can I tell you how grateful I am to God for putting such children in my life? Oh my God, that looks out for me in every kind of way, the best way they can. Wow. So guys, that is my good news, you know. It might not sound so good to you all, but it is great news for me. And I'm not hiding anything, so I'm also gonna insert a little picture of the blood test results. So for those who want to zoom in, do a screenshot, zoom in, and see that this girl ain't capping or telling no lies. Yes, I have no reason to, you know. I have no reason to. I'm not gonna be misleading or anything like that to my viewers and my subscribers. So the only sad part about this now is that this hurricane is threatening to come. And guys, this part is a little sad for me again, because I wanted to do my right eye this week and I didn't get a response from the doctor for the date. So, not from the doctor, from the admin. But of course the doctor has to pass on the information to them, and then they would reach out to me. I didn't get any response from them for a date. And even if they did give me a date for this week, I think it would be postponed. And you all know, because of the hurricane. So that is another part of the story. And then I don't know how next week will be like, because if we should get any damage from the hurricane and stuff like that. Right now school is closed already, and the Hurricane Center says that Jamaica does not need to wait to make preparations. We should try to use today, Thursday, and Friday to do everything, you know. So I don't know how next week will be looking either, but I don't want to be repeating myself too much, but right now my eyes, I'm facing a lot of discomfort. So I really want to get the right eye out the way. And guys, you see, whenever I'm going to Kingston to do my right eye, I'm going to be taking the blood test result to the doctor. And the same time, same day, when I do the right eye, I am going to ask them if it's possible to give me a date for the surgery for the left eye right away. So I'll take a few days to ensure that the right eye is okay. And then hopefully a few days after that, I can do the major surgery on the left eye. When I say major, they're gonna have to put me to sleep, and they already explained the procedure to me. So yeah, story. That is, I gave you some bad news and I gave you some good news. So again, I'm gonna say, please give the video a like, thumbs it up, leave some comments to cheer me up, you know, or to say congratulations, Joyful Julie, and you know, leave your best wishes. And for those that is not living in Jamaica, please pray for us and hope for the best, that the hurricane does not come and destroy Jamaica so bad that we're going to have a lot of setback. I personally don't need that. We don't need that in Jamaica. So send up the prayers, guys, for my health and for my country of Jamaica. Thank you for watching.